Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I have an update for you guys for Throwback 30 today, and I'm excited for a lot of my progress, though I have been very sick still, so yeah, trying to get through that as well as trying to also use my makeup. So I managed to get one of my things rolled out today with the use of my eyeshadow, and I'm really excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and talk about all of these things. The first thing I have is the 12 Days of Christmas, and for that prompt, I decided to go with the 3 French hens, and I decided to select a French brand, which is Avene, and that is Smoothing Skin Recovery Cream. And I love this so much. I talk about it as often as possible. It's so good. I highly recommend this. I don't have very much left. I'm probably about, I would say, down to about here, but there's a huge air bubble in here. So there's not much left in this, and I already bought a backup because it is so good, and I will consistently repurchase that. And then the next one is for Four Seasons Project Pan, and my prompt was for fall, and for that I decided to do 2 MAC lipsticks. The first one was in Diva, which I was going to declutter, and I think I've only used this maybe once. I have a total of 7 uses so far, and my goal is to complete these. I'm not sure I'm going to get these done by the end of the project, but yeah, there's lots left on that one, and it's not something that I typically wear, so I'm having a hard time using the vampy shades. And then the next one is Bronx, which is sort of like a nude brown kind of shade. It's really nice, and I really like it a lot. I've been wearing this one quite consistently. This one I have 12 uses on, and it's just so nice. I really like that one a lot, and I brought that one in after Diva because I was gonna get rid of Diva. I was going to declutter it, and then I'm like, well, I'll hang on to it because it's actually not as bad as I think, and so I don't know. I think I may, at the end of the project in 2023, I'll probably roll this out. Oh, I should also say that this was created by Jessica Lee, and this is a Fantastic Ladies collab where she selected 30 projects throughout the years and put them all into one, so that if you don't have the opportunity to do as many projects as you want, you can do 30 of them in one project, which is a fantastic idea. And this is from July 28th, 2022 to July 28th of 2023. Okay, so the next item I have is my Makeup Geek Razzleberry eyeshadow. Now, I haven't been using my singles very much because I'm trying to get out my palettes, because I'm trying to do a whole new thing for next year. And I believe Razzleberry is right here, this one down here. Oh my goodness. That just totally broke all over. Oh my god. That was not good. Okay, so I'm going to have to clean that up, but oh my gosh, I'll just take them out of the pan and show you guys. That was so unexpected. That is actually a shade that I tried to press, and I guess I didn't press it good enough because it just flaked off into nothing. So I'm just gonna try and dump that into the garbage real quick, and then I'll just clean it up later. I just want to try and get as much of the mess off as possible. But have a look at that. Oh my word. It just spilled. At least it spilled slowly and it didn't get all over everywhere. Okay, so Razzleberry is right here. I'll do little swatches. And I want to complete this, honestly, but I don't think that that's going to happen. But I'll just use it as much as I can throughout the project. And then the next one, I have 3 uses on that one. And the next one is for 50 Shades of Purple, which is a purple item. And then that one I have MAC Hepcat. Why can't I talk? MAC Hepcat. And I really like this eyeshadow, but it's getting old and bumpy. And I think I might just get rid of this one because that is just super gross. Like, look at that, the bumps in there. Really weird. And I don't really like to use... I think I might declutter that one, actually. That's really gross. As cute as that is, honestly, I probably have this eyeshadow from different brands, so I think I'm going to declutter that one. Ew, that's gross. Okay, but I had 6 uses on it. The next one is 7 Deadly Pans, and that one I selected Sloth. So I wanted to bring in a bronzer because I tend to take forever with bronzers, and I went to this palette of bronzers because I want to get this out of my collection as soon as possible. And I chose Endless Summer, which is right here. this one here. So basically I'm just going into like all of them and using whichever ones, and I feel like I'm getting quite a bit of use on this now. But I would just like to see that whole palette go. Like, it's been so long and I've had that forever, and if I really like the Too Faced bronzers, which I feel like I do, I could always get like an individual one, but right now Laguna is my favorite and I feel like that one's good enough for me, so I just want to get this out. I've had it for a very long time. And then the next one is for Alice in Wonderpan, and the prompt is Cheshire Cat, which I selected a lippy. The one that I selected is the Lancome Juicy Tubes lip gloss in Spring Fling. I don't enjoy this at all. It's very tacky and sticky, and I'm not even sure I want to keep this, honestly, because I have a lot of other items that I truly love. And I did get this in like a bundle. It was like in a lip kit or whatever, and it's just not my favorite at all. It's so sticky and gross. So I'll probably declutter that as well, but I'm gonna hang on to it for now. But I've only used it like twice. And I mean, it shouldn't be hard to use a lip gloss. So I'll just hang on to it for now and see, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna declutter that. The next project is for Beauty A to Z, and the prompt I got was a random letter of M, and for that I selected my MAC blush in the shade Margin, and I love this. I have 8 uses on it so far. My goal is to hit pan on the blush, but I think I might change that to a usage goal, but I'm going to keep it in for a little bit longer. It's just I pulled in all the prompts, so I could technically keep this in until the end of the project, and I wouldn't be mad about that, honestly, because it is a beautiful, beautiful color, and it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, so it gives a little bit of a highlighty effect as well. So I'll keep that in, but I don't know. If I get bored of it, I might take it out of the project. The next one I have is for Birthstone Beauty, and the prompt is May Emerald, and that eyeshadow I selected was JD Glow's Seaweed, which is right here. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see the blue shift. There you can see the blue to green, and I will also, of course, swatch it for you. It's absolutely stunning. So there we go. Really gorgeous. So that one I have 3 uses on, and I haven't used it a lot, honestly. My goal is to get 30 uses on it, but I only have 3, and I've already been doing this project for like 4 or 5 months, so probably 5 months. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna reduce the usage, but we'll see. The next one I have is Budget Beauty, and the prompt is a drugstore. So anything that's like drugstore or something that was inexpensive. And for that, I selected Revolution Beauty Baked Highlighter in the shade Golden Lights. I have removed Peach Lights from here. I only used this once. I'm actually using another highlighter in another project to get 50 uses, and that project ends at the end of the year. So I wanted to just try this once. It's really, really nice. So I reduced it from 30 to 15 because I did have 2 different highlighters that I wanted to get 15 and 15 on each. So I removed the Peach Lights one, so I'm just going to do 15 uses on this one highlighter. And again, I may declutter that. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but I'll see after my 15 uses. The next one I have is for Child of the 80s, and now that I have a mess here, I'm like trying to be super careful with everything. I can't believe that happened. I have, the prompt is Star Wars something glittery, so I kind of went super literal with this prompt, and I selected my Colourpop Star Wars palette, and this is the Darth Vader one, obviously, and there's a lot of glitter in here. It's a beautiful palette, and I want to get 2 times use on everything. So currently I have 1 use on everything except for the 4th shade, which is this one right here. It's not really my jam. I'll swatch it for you guys. It's just sort of like a taupey brown, so it's really neutral. So maybe I'll try and get a couple uses on that for work. But I feel like the shades to pair with in here are not, like, I could use this one maybe and this one for outer corner, but I would want a little bit more brown, taupey brown, like not so gray. So anyway, and then the first shade I have my 2 uses on already, and this is a very like gelatinous kind of like it's a mushy texture. So I think it's like Super Shock formula. But that one's really pretty as well. My favorite is the middle shade right here and the one out here. I love those two so much. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to get those remainder uses because I need to get my palettes rolled out as soon as possible. And then as I turn the page, we have drop 10 before summer, and the prompt is summer themed item. And for that, again, I selected from my Too Faced little black book of bronzers, and I selected Sun Bunny, which is right here. And again, I'm just going into like a bunch of different ones because I have a bunch in projects. So my goal is to complete it. I probably won't be able to do that, but I'm definitely going to keep it in until the end of the project for sure. So you guys will see a lot of usage goals, or at least not goals, but like usage on the palette. You'll be able to hopefully see some usage happening over the next few months. The next prompt I have is food for thought, and the prompt in that project is food themed item. And for that, I selected my Glamlight Red Velvet Cake palette, or Red Velvet palette. I haven't used this at all yet because I've been using a bunch of other palettes, but I feel like I could definitely get some use out of that hopefully soon. I'm thinking for sure by February, because this is to me more of like a Valentine's Day themed eyeshadow palette, so this one will probably stay in for a while. And then we have Got a Panamal, and the prompt for that is Pokemon themed, select a Pokemon. I'm not familiar with Pokemon, so I just selected a prompt I thought would be good for me. And that was Ash, something you are determined to finish. And I wanted to bring in my L'Oreal BB Cream, and I have used a substantial amount in the last little while. I'm actually adding this to every single foundation that I use. And I'm okay if I don't finish it by the end of the year, because I do have another foundation I just brought in that I would prefer to finish. So it's okay that I don't finish this by the end of the year, or even by the end of the project, honestly. But it's not the greatest. I would not repurchase. It's very cool, a very, very cool idea, just not my thing. It's just not my thing. I would not repurchase. So the next one we have is for Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire. The prompt is a bludger, and that is the black shade of something. And for that, I didn't even grab this out. Sorry, I gotta grab it out of my collection here. I picked this, which is the Tarte blush palette with black glitter on it. So you can see this is a black packaging, and I wanted to use this 50 times, and so far I've used it 10. It's absolutely beautiful, and there's a lot of blush in here. This is incredibly old, and it was practically untouched, so I would like to try and get 50 uses on this to at least make it worth my while to use. Next is I Heart the 90s, and the prompt is Smells Like Teen Spirit, a scented product, and for that I selected my Katy Perry Meow. I threw the cat head out already. So far we've used this much up, and I'm really happy about that, especially since I've been sick and not wearing a lot of perfume. So I still managed to get a little bit of perfume used up on this, and my goal is to complete this. So hopefully I can get that done. The next is Let's Get Loose. The prompt is loose powder product, and for that I selected my Sephora Universal Translucent Powder. I have not used this that much. There's a little bit in the top there, and there's quite a bit still kind of left, more than half I would say, in the container. I don't use a lot of translucent powder, so that's something I have to remember to use. I have to force myself to grab that, because I use a foundation powder, like a pressed powder, over a loose powder. So I have to remember to use that. So yeah, I definitely did use it, just maybe once or twice. What do we have next? Lip service. The prompt is set your own goals with a lip product, and for that I selected my Sephora lip cream in the shade 72. It's what I'm wearing right now, and I have a use of 5 times already on this. My goal is to complete this, which is kind of ridiculous because this was brand new full when I put it into the project. It's a really pretty shade. I like it a lot. It doesn't really go with this eye look, but I didn't want to put a red lipstick on. So anyhow, this is the one I want to complete. Probably won't do that by the end of the project. The next is Mean Girls quotes. The prompt is on Wednesdays we wear pink, and I selected another eyeshadow. I selected the JD Glow, aka, now this is the one over here that all that product got on. Sorry, I'm like, so I'm gonna swatch the side of it for you. I don't even think I've worn this. I gotta check that out. It's a beautiful eyeshadow. Oh, I've used it actually quite a few times. Yeah, 4 times. So I think that was the same as last month because I haven't worn it in the last month. So that's pretty good. But I haven't worn it in the month of November. And then the next one is Pan as Old as Time, and the prompt is your oldest palette. And for that, I brought in my Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. And then this is the eye one. I also have the face one. My goal is to use this 10 times, and I did that, so that will be rolling out. I could honestly put this in for like 20 more times, and I would be happy with that, but I will be rolling that one out. And then the next one I have is for Pan of Dinosaurs. The prompt is Argentinosaurus, big, bulky, or heavy. And I selected the Be Perfect Love Tahiti eyeshadow palette Carnival 3. And I wanted to use this 10 times. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and this is my 10th usage. So that is going to be rolling out, it's really freaking beautiful. So again, that will be rolling out. The next is, sorry, I'm trying to rush, but I have company coming and I'm really like, the next is Skin is In. The prompt is skincare, and that is the Laneige Multi Deep Cleanser. And I am almost done this, very close to being done that. The next is That's Expensive. Of course, an expensive item, so I selected the Hourglass Ambient Light Edit. I have so far used this 23 times. I am so happy about that. That's so exciting for me. Oh, my company is here. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I gotta hurry up. Okay, the Golden Girls project, I decided to bring in an eyeshadow, which is gold, and I'm gonna probably declutter this one as well because it's too old. And I just wanted to use the gold side of this, but I'm gonna declutter that one as well because it's just too old. I don't want to put it on my eyes anymore. And then this is Fantasy. I chose Cyclops, which is again a single eyeshadow, and I selected Makeup Geek's Glamorous, which I have only used 3 times, which is right here. I don't love this eyeshadow color, but I'll still keep it for a little bit longer. And then we have Tiny Pans. Prompt is just Tiny Pans. And I selected my BH Cosmetic Color Vivici palette, and I haven't used this once yet because I've been using other palettes. So I will definitely roll that in, or not roll that in, but use it very soon. And then the next one I have is my Turn and Burn, which is a gimme product. And then I selected my Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, and I probably only have like this little much left. I don't love this. I thought I loved it like a couple days ago, and after putting it on today, it has made my foundation so patchy and gross. So I do not like that, but it'll be done by the next update. And the last item I have is Zodiac Project Pan for Capricorn, which is a brown eyeshadow. And I again selected a single eyeshadow in the shade Beware. And again, I think I'm going to declutter this because although it's cute, it's incredibly old, and I have so many neutrals in my collection. So I will be also decluttering 3, as well as my 2 rollouts. So that's really exciting. I definitely will make sure that next time this mess doesn't happen. I gotta clean that up. I don't even know where to put anything, honestly. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really sorry that I had to rush the ending here, but my company is here, so I gotta go. But I will talk to you guys again very soon. Hope you're all well. Bye.